Chris here, back again from Friendly Frenzy Games. Just want to welcome you all back to another episode of Running in Tape to Tape for basically Act 1 to 3. We'll see how far we can get. Obviously, as we learned the last video, once you fail in even Act 2, you reset all the way back to Act 1. So we're going to pick up from a fresh campaign start here in Act 1, and we will see how far we can make it with the time that we have today. Just want to do a quick shout out to you guys over the last couple of days here. Some of these videos have really started to take off, so just really appreciate your support. Appreciate you taking the time to watch, interacting with us, interacting with the videos. Your support really does go a long way for this channel, so super stoked to see that you guys are resonating with this content here. So just really encourage you to keep it up and keep interacting with us, because we love to chat with you guys through comments, answer any questions that you do have. So figured we would come at you again with another fresh episode, as I mentioned off the top here. Saw in starting the game today, actually, that we haven't played throughout the weekend, but we did see that the developers have already released a patch, which is kind of awesome. As I had mentioned in our last video, they're doing a really good job kind of interacting with everybody in the forums and listening to everybody's feedback about the game up to this point. So some of the major kind of patch notes that I saw that I think would be kind of most prevalent, at least for me personally, and probably a lot of you guys, is the simple fact that it looks like they're increasing the amount of rubber that you earn per match, which is awesome. If you remember, you would typically earn 2 rubber when you win a match. If you win a boss match, it is 10 rubber, so I'm not quite sure the increases, but as we play through, we'll make a note of that and just kind of see where we go. Also, there's a few of the automatic superstars now that are unlocked right at the beginning, so we should see that already once we pop into the Blademaster shop here. So if we just go into superstars really quickly, you'll see that we have Willie Bree, Cam Amber, and Chloe Crockett already automatically unlocked for us. It doesn't give it to us already off the hop. We do need to still spend rubber to be able to unlock these guys here, but they are available just to give that additional option for some replayability, or maybe some of these kind of tweak to your play style a little differently. So that's super cool. And then also we have some abilities or skills that should be unlocked off the very beginning. So we have Spinorama here, we have Dash and Tomahawk, as well as the Yo-Yo and Head Smasher. I feel like Spinorama, it wasn't automatically unlocked before. I know they had mentioned Tomahawk specifically in the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure it was unlocked already. Dash I haven't used, so I don't think we had that ability before. It looks like with this one, with the description saying Dash like it's 94, you must get like a speed boost, so that could be super helpful. Might give that one a go just to see, because again, like, I've been a big proponent of being able to, on the defensive position, being able to reach some of these offensive guys, and then at the same time really working on the opportunity for some speed. So maybe we'll try Dash this time. We'll see how this all goes. Just to kind of highlight 2 other important patch notes, at least kind of from my perspective here. Billy Butcher, who is the goaltender for our team, the Calaveras, they buffed him in casual and normal play. As far as I understand, this hasn't actually taken effect in any harder difficulties. I'm assuming there's still only the 3 difficulties, so normal should just be standard as well. But he has since been buffed. I didn't really feel like he was all that bad personally in all of our other playthroughs, so it'll be interesting to see kind of what we get out of him. And the last one is that they nerfed the officials' shot accuracy. So the officials really, I mean, to date, we've only played them as the boss match in the end of Act 1. Not sure if they show up any later throughout the playthrough, but their shot accuracy has since been nerfed. And again, I think both times, or 3 times that I've played the officials, I think actually only twice, but we haven't really had much of an issue beating them, even with them scoring goals that shouldn't count or taking away ours that should count. But again, we'll see how that affects this playthrough here. Might try something a little differently, or maybe we'll just kind of go back to how we were playing before and see with these new patch changes if we can get a little further. So we can continue here. And as you can see, we're starting now at the beginning of Act 1. It must have been at the end of the last game. I must have actually picked some talents. I didn't realize that we're resuming here. So we'll pick up basically with what we have set up. We have a team artifact of broken alarm, so it doubles the time that all players that are knocked down stay on the ice. I'm not really sure with how I play why I would have picked that. It could be kind of beneficial with the Tomahawk here, so we'll see how this one goes. Again, I was hoping to be able to just kind of do a fresh pick of everything that we have going on, but just to kind of set the stage here. So we do have Rory again with the Tomahawk. We have Angus here with the Tomahawk, so those are our two superstars. Obviously, we have our bench guys here with that team artifact that's going to keep all downed players on the ice for double the amount of time. So that's going to be their team, and it's going to be our team. We'll see how that affects us along with these new patch notes. So as always, we'll start on the first challenge against the Spartans. First goal wins, and we get a talent for this reward. If you can remember too, just kind of as we've been going along here, we're kind of spending a lot of our upgrade or our rubber points on upgrading Angus's primary stats. So we'll see if that gives us any additional benefits in this also. And we'll just kind of see how far we can make it along in this playthrough here. Very curious to see how much rubber we're going to get from completing these different events and matches here. So and block up the net here. This is an easy steal. See if we can get some space. Ooh, that was a bad miss. That's not who I wanted to pass it to, but we got a shot. Not sure if it actually made it to the net, if it was blocked by one of their guys. Ref blocked my pass there. Nice. Bought us some space. See if we can trick the goalie. Ooh, that was another bad one. I don't think that one made it to the net. We got a guy cherry picking up front here. Rory McShaggy with a nice little slapper right into the 5-hole. Goalie with a good save. Tomahawk didn't seem to do anything to that player there, but more often than not, I really do feel like it's a pretty beneficial perk, but I'm kind of excited to test out Dash and just see what kind of speed burst or what speed boost that gets us. Because if you can get yourself some space, or if it gives you the opportunity to kind of catch up to some people on the ice, like I said, especially when starting out and you haven't had a chance to kind of boost the stats of your overall bench warmers, it is kind of slow. But again, I really feel like that's by design and kind of gives you the ability to play how you want to play. If it's speed that you want to focus on, or if you want to focus on being able to do heavy hits or more accurate shots, it's just one kind of avenue that you can choose to explore. Had quite a few shots here, but nothing's making it past so far. Never really know how this one's going to go. Sometimes we've gotten it on our first shot. Sometimes it takes a couple of minutes, obviously like this one here. Had a lot of shots. They haven't been like the greatest chances, but they haven't been horrible either. So just going to keep kind of playing through. Getting some good checks on these guys. They're definitely not all that good. Can get a good test here to see how long this guy's going to stay on the ground. Got a shot, got another shot. I didn't want to throw that. I didn't realize I had puck possession there. Nice to somehow get my stick back. Obviously it was thrown over the glass and I didn't go back to the bench for a goal or a stick, so I'm not sure how I got it, but crappy little shot there. No rebound. They blocked that all up, but try and get rid of some of these guys in front of the net here. Oh, I did not aim that at all. See if we can get Rory some speed on there. The goalie's going to make it. Stick toss by Angus. Throw this up the boards to Rory. Spring him. Let's see if we can get a good one. Oh, not enough. Never had this hard a time. I don't know how long it's taken me to usually score on this one, but I don't feel like it's usually all that much. Or it hasn't usually taken all this long, so I'm surprised actually, especially with how many chances and stuff that we've had at this point. Like I said, not all of them have been fantastic, but they haven't been terrible. I'm very surprised actually. Glad to get that one there. I feel like that's a little longer than we usually take, but again, I feel like that's a really stupid perk that I picked, or an artifact that I picked for a team. With the knockdown, the idea must have just really been to try something different. Again, the idea with it and kind of doubling up with Tomahawk, I guess I can kind of see what I did there. Makes somewhat sense if we can kind of keep players down as long as they fall with the Tomahawk, because again, I said before in the last video that sometimes if you throw the Tomahawk, it doesn't necessarily keep them down. We can see here that we get 3 rubber, so you're really only getting 1 more rubber per match. I mean, any additional rubber is super beneficial. 1 isn't going to break the game, I don't think. I know in the patch notes they did say that they were going to be kind of paying attention to that just to make sure that it is kind of balanced. Whether or not they need to spike it up a bit more or revert it back to 2, I guess we'll see how that goes. As we can see here, we obviously heavily outshot them 21-4. Time on attack was way more than theirs. Pass percentage was no big deal, but a lot of shots on that one. Their goalie just kind of stood on his head for a little bit. We got 3 talents here. None of them I am super stoked on. Charge shot, hold your slap shot to unleash its full potential. I might end up going to that one again just to kind of see, because I know when we picked that before, I don't feel like we really got a chance to use it. We do have deflect the opponent's shots, which again could be really interesting. I just don't know if I have the speed to be able to pick some of these guys off and get in front of them. 30 checking is awesome. Maybe with our kind of knockdown perk, I might just try like a full checking one this time. Even though I still cannot line up my checks all that great, it might kind of compound with our knockdown ability a little better. And we can put Marauder on. So we'll go ahead, we'll give 30 checking. Who do we want to give it to? I want to boost just to kind of balance out our team. We'll go with the person who has the least checking. I don't know I want to keep pumping McShaggy here just because I feel like we're going to get opportunities to pump him a little bit more. So I will give it to our least, our lowest checking defenseman here is going to be Matthew. Again here, we don't really have any perks for this one that's going to give us anything special for resting at the camps. I think I might just chance it and see what we can get for the talent here at this event. So here we have an event. How lucky. Your path crosses a branch of the Electrolyte Emporium. They're giving out samples of their new products, which promises to boost your hockey performance during a specific game period. So this is really cool because, again, obviously with elite or with events, we don't usually do them. It's kind of a mix between either the camp or the event. I found events can really be 50-50. They're going to hurt you or they're going to harm you, but this one seems to only be a real benefit. I think there's a lot of really good ones here. Plus 25 overall in the 3rd period is awesome, but I feel like unless you're in a boss match, you don't ever make it 3 periods. Again, that might change outside of how far I've made it. I'm kind of set on a 15 overall in the 2nd period. I really like the idea, honestly, of a 10 overall in the 1st period, just because that would apply to, obviously, our challenges and stuff, too, if it's first to 1 goal and we don't ever get out of a 1st period. So I might take that just because that would be applied in every game, whereas this Oki one in 2nd period is only going to apply to like elite games or boss matches. And for an extra 5, I don't know. I think I would much rather have a guaranteed 10 overall that we'll be able to use. So I think that's what we'll go through and pick. We'll go through and just have a guaranteed 10 overall in each match that we play. I really like the idea of being able to have kind of higher overalls in later periods, but again, we haven't gotten to the point where we're going to necessarily be able to use that as much as we want. We're going to start into our first elite game here against Top Cheese. Again, as per usual, it's a 2-period game. We just need to come out with the most goals here, so let's see how we do. Won that face-off. Again, we got to remember that our guys have a 10 overall for this period only, but it should be for each game anyways. Wow. That was a good save by our goalie there. Buff coming in handy already. You got to remember that with our current perks that I have to spend some more time checking and just really get better at aiming them. but we'll see if that helps us compound some sort of attack. Got another guy cherry picking, use the Tomahawk, and just completely missed. That would have been super helpful if we could have got him there. He's just kind of buried behind our net now. Didn't want to chase after him, but see if we can spring Rory. Can't cut that, but okay. So come back to the point. We're about to lose our overall bonus now, so gonna hopefully see if we can get something before it ends. We've been severely outplayed this period. That was a bad pass. Not sure why all of their guys are kind of stuck on the goalie there. Haven't seen that before, but they had two guys buried behind there. Wondered why I was able to get Angus up so quickly, but missed that check again. I'm missing a lot right now. Missing shots, missing our Tomahawk, missing checks. Got a goal there from a bench warmer. Didn't really think that was much of a shot, much of an angle, but we got it. We'll take what we can get at this point. Super beneficial. Again, it's one of those ones at the end of the period, or late in the period anyways. While our entire team has a +10 overall, it's nice to kind of clean up on something like that and just convert what we can here. Missed that check again. Got really lucky that he went to slap that there. If he just wrist shotted that, probably would have lost it, but won that face off. See if we can get one more quick one before the end of the period. Tried to go short side. Had a good rebound there, but couldn't really do much afterwards. Goalie had a good save. Kind of open this one up. See if we can get one more shot. Not a good one. Ooh, I didn't expect the rebound there, but that was not a bad one by Rory McShaggy here. As we know, if you guys have followed along any of our previous ones, we're a big proponent of Rory McShaggy. Guy has come in clutch in a lot of these games. Very well balanced player. And having the Tomahawk ability again has been really helpful. Got a kind of flurry of shots there at the end. I think we kept shooting it into some feet or into some legs there. Shots are pretty close. Time on attack is pretty close. Actually, pass percentage is very close too. So we were getting outplayed, I feel like, for the majority of the period. Kind of had a chance to pour it on at the end there quite a bit, so that definitely helped. We're going to now, because we're in our second period, we're going to lose that 10 overall bonus, which sucks. But we have a 2-goal lead going into the second, so we don't minus our overall with that perk, which is nice. So we're just going to be basically what we were supposed to be. We just don't have the additional 10. But as you can see, not really putting a dent in our ability to score. Not really liking these kind of downable perks. I'd much rather kind of go for a speed or a shot accuracy or something that's going to play a little bit more to my play style, especially since I can't seem to kind of line these checks up. But we're already kind of down this rabbit hole, so I think we'll just keep going with it, but we'll have to see kind of what keeps getting presented to us. If I have the ability for some rebounds or something like that through the abilities or artifacts or talents, we'll have to see. Maybe I'll see if I can switch it up, but a couple of bad deflections there. Kind of ended up screwing our goalie up. It was a good shot by them. As you can see, it was kind of a muffled play. That Tomahawk really kind of screwed us. If it actually would have flattened the player like it usually does, that play wouldn't have happened. And then that shot taking our guy down and still kind of bouncing off and deflecting to one of their guys for a nice shot really was just kind of a broken play, but still in good shape. Again, it's only a 2-period game, so we only have to hold on for another minute and 10. So, I mean, if we can keep it in their end and just keep kind of burying these guys in shots, I'm not too worried. We're up by 2. They lost that one there. Got puck possession. Ooh, that sucks. Ooh, I went to pass back to our guy there, and it ended up in the goalie's glove. Rory with another clapper right from the dots. Not from the dots, but from the top of the circle. I'll take that too. Definitely love a good slap shot. When you can aim it, it always feels good. I remember that from like back in NHL 98 on PC. It's probably like the last hockey game that I played on PC. For the longest time, I was playing on Xbox. Haven't been a PC gamer in a long time, so it's been nice to kind of come back to it, kind of somewhat recently, and then have a hockey game to be able to come back to is super cool too, especially with a little spin, because again, it's way different than any of these games, any of these hockey games anyways that you've been playing for the 10, 15, 20 years. It feels like the same game. So definitely something a little different here. Wow. Spring Rory again. See if we can protect that puck. Good slap. Good rebound. Wow. Just killed everybody there. I keep forgetting too that you can hit people without the puck, which would, obviously normally be an interference, but sometimes instead of trying to chase the puck carrier, it might be a little easier to take out their pass options. But for right now, we cranked out a 4-1 win, 4-2 win. I don't remember exactly. Oh, we got 5. Okay, 5 rubber. So it looks like for elite games, we get an additional. I feel like rubber was on elite games was a +2 as well. Maybe it was +3. I don't know. Maybe they just went through and added an additional 2 rubber per event. I don't remember actually thinking now kind of how that was. Maybe it was +4. But anyways, for elite games now we get +5 rubber, so that definitely helps too. Shots 24-13. Time on attack we were higher. Pass percentage. Wow, passes. I don't know. Aside from like shorter games, I don't know if we've ever had a pass percentage at 98%, so that's kind of nice. Outplayed them pretty well there. We have a couple here that I haven't seen actually. So we have puck repellent, repels the puck. I don't know why that's a good thing. Maybe it's not, but you can't pick it for like the opposing team. So again, I'm not sure why that's something that we would want. Iron helmet, we lose 20 speed, but we get 20 checking and 40 shot power. I like the idea of shot power and checking, but again, I couldn't imagine taking 20 speed off of people who already seem relatively slow. For this one here, Enraged, temporarily gain 50 overall when knocked down. With how many times the Tomahawk seems to either get in friendly fire zone or kind of ricochet off other players and knock down our guys, I'm definitely going to go with this. Plus 50 overall is an insane thing to pass up. The biggest thing I need to do is just kind of figure out who we give this to. I don't know at this point if we give McShaggy, if he ever gets knocked down, if we just pump him with a 50 overall and we basically make him Gretzky, could be beneficial, but obviously we're going to cap out. I would imagine that 99 is the overall rating. We're not going to be able to achieve a full 50 overall on this. I'd rather put it on somebody that we're going to be able to kind of make sure that we can use each overall point. So with that said, I think what we will do is go through and pick McShaggy, just because a bench warmer would have been kind of beneficial to add to, but I feel like I would rather put something like that on my clutch player. With this one, I don't know if I want to chance an event again. I would rather have some control over the talent that we get. All we have to do, again, is get the first goal against the Spartans, which proves to be relatively easy more often than not. I know the last time I did this in our playthrough in the last video, I ended up losing on this one, but the worst thing that's going to happen is we just don't get a talent. I think at this point, just to kind of continue to round out my team, I'd rather have control over what we're going to get and have it be something positive for sure, as opposed to taking a chance on something kind of random, or it could be a detriment to us. So I will take this for now. I'm actually kind of thinking now too that I'm hoping, actually, never mind. I was thinking about that whole Enrage perk and just hoping that it didn't apply to their team too, because a lot of the times, wow, that was close. Wow, okay, well, that sucked. I felt pretty good after that first block there. Doesn't look like we're going to get a talent coming out of this one anyways. Again, a couple of really crappy bounces. The Tomahawk doesn't knock the player down, and that really kind of screwed us up. So that's the one bad thing about the Tomahawk, is you don't always know, and there's no clear way to boost the Tomahawk, again, unless it's kind of affected by checking, but it's not really clear one way or the other if that affects it, if it doesn't affect it. I'm not sure if kind of Tomahawk knockdown is by chance or how it's determined. But we're going to skate through this one. We're not going to get a talent. At least it's not going to take anything from us. We just don't get a talent moving forward. So it could have been worse. We have another elite game here, 2 periods, and we'll get an artifact, so we just need to make sure that we crush the meatballs here, and we're smooth sailing along to the boss. So let's see how we do on this one. Lost the face-off. Again, still something that doesn't seem to be super intuitive on how you're actually supposed to do it, because sometimes they drop them quick, sometimes it's extended. It's like a weird pattern and not that easy to figure out, if there even is a pattern. I'm not really sure how the ref decides he wants to, or when he wants to drop it anyways, but might actually try, just for the sake of it, using Tomahawk against Angus sometime, just so that when he gets up, he will get the additional 50 overall, but we'll have to see kind of if that, if I can get it to kind of a position where that would be advantageous for me, but I guess that's an option too. I gotta remember that he doesn't have as much shot power as Rory does, so trying to do those shots from, you know, the top of the circle isn't gonna be as good. Probably have better luck trying to get him in a little closer. Got the puck strip there, that sucks. Could have maybe had a chance. This guy's a little too close to the goalie, not sure what they were trying to do there. It's been a pretty quick period, I feel like, so far. A couple of people out on that Tomahawk. Good check. Finally landed a check. It's always kind of nice to do that. Got a couple of people flattened here. We got the ref flattened. Puck's just skipping over people. Okay. Oh, that was Rory who fell down. It wasn't Angus. Would have been awesome if it was Angus, because then we could test out that 50 overall. But we're not going to get that one this time. Springing Rory. It's a good shot, but not enough to do anything. Can't give this guy a shot on net. Okay, so we're going to go into the second period. We're going to lose that 10 overall bonus 2 from earlier. Didn't really feel like it was doing a whole lot for us that time. Obviously, it's with attributes boosted, it's a lot kind of less obvious than having additional talents or abilities. We can see here now, Angus is getting pretty fired up. He's glowing red here, so I'm gonna try and just hold on to the puck until he gets up. I wanted to spring him and then take that overall, that 50. Curious to see actually how long that stat bonus stays. He's still glowing red, which is awesome. We can tell he's a lot faster, but he just kind of fizzled out there. That sucks. That would have been really cool to be able to get a full shot on that. We got a cherry picker all the way up on our side here. Springing Rory. That was perfect. Didn't want to slap that. It would have been nice to just kind of finesse that one in, but again, we will take what we can get. A lot of the times I do that and it'll clap off the crossbar, but Rory's not going to miss that one. It's too balanced for that. He ended up right beside the goalie. Short side, that was sweet. We'll take it. Angus got knocked down again. Apparently he's still fired up, which is cool. That carries right through to the next face-off, but doesn't help me win it, so it doesn't really matter. Took a bite out of our guy there, but we blocked the shot. Could have saved a goal. Angus with a good shot. Dirty little rebound. And another quick goal here by the McShaggy brothers. Rory and Angus double teaming this one right up the center of the ice here until it wasn't. But nice little slot. Nice little rebound. In off the post. And we beat Cassette here. Doing pretty well against the meatballs. Just got to keep this train rolling. Stoked to get back into Act 2 if that's where we go. Stoked to see if we can kind of beat the princesses, because they had a field day with us the last time, if you recall from the last video, if you've made it that far. If this is your first time joining us, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of our video this time, super appreciate you taking the time to stop by, hang out a little bit, and watch some tape to tape with us. Gotta get a little closer so I can get a bit more accuracy on those shots, have a bit more of a chance of those getting in, especially with the bench warmers here. Got Rory coming in, see if we can try to pull short side again. They always have somebody up here that they can spring, like just kind of waiting on the line. Always. Wow, I did not expect him to come out and lunge. Again, I shouldn't have charged that up as much as I did, but at the same time, that probably gave me enough speed to get it by him. I didn't expect him to come out and challenge me like he did. Came out trying to fly for a poke check here, but oh, he didn't. I definitely thought he came out, but it looked like it actually deflected off his stick and in. You can tell that face-off happened really quickly. I didn't even press a button and we won it, so it must have just been their team missing it. But having a face-off win in this game is awesome to be able to kind of start with control of the puck because, I mean, obviously any advantage that you can get in a game like this is always helpful. 3-0 clutch win. We get Billy Butcher a nice little shutout here. Let's see what we have for options. We get another 5 rubber, which is super sweet. Obviously being an elite game. 16-7 for shots, 14 hits, that's awesome. Time on attack, very close. Pass percentage is higher. We have another couple, actually I guess really only greasy stick, I haven't seen this before. Opponents lose their stick on slap shots. That's awesome, very cool. I'm not sure, I know I slap shot a lot, I don't really recall if they do. I feel like a lot of them, at least right now, are just kind of skating it to my goalie and trying to shoot and then get a rebound, so I don't really feel like they slap nearly as much as I do. So I don't think I'm gonna pick that, but it's nice to see something new. Goalie dance, so the opponent dance when their goaltenders make a save. I'm shooting a lot right now. I'm getting some pretty good chances with speed and shots. This could be beneficial because I've always wondered how much it actually affects them. But again, I have another chance to affect all of our bench warmers checking. If we weren't on this kind of knockdown kick right now, I would try out goalie dance for sure. I haven't tried Holiest Grenade yet either, but again, just because we're kind of sticking with the theme of checking this go, I'm going to get an additional 20 checking for all of our bench warmers. Let's see what we got now. So we've got everybody's overall bumped. I don't want to shoot with this guy with 12 accuracy. That's crazy. But our checking is actually pretty good. 62, 59, 35 for McShaggy, but I mean, if he gets enraged and comes up with a 50 overall, that'll bump. We have a 73 and a 56, so I mean, if I'm able to line up my checks as I should be able to, we stand to gain quite a bit, which is cool. Could be super beneficial, especially again with our artifact that's going to keep people knocked down for a while. I'm going to take my chances and roll with this challenge again and try and get a goal before the Spartans do, because again, I really want to get control over my talents as opposed to the event telling me what I have to either choose or what I have to take. So hopefully this one goes a little better for us than the last one. Obviously, really sucks to miss out on these when you have the opportunity to continue upgrading your team and tweak your play style how you're wanting to play, but we'll have to see. If I keep making stupid plays like that, we're not going to get anywhere. I got to really make sure that I'm aiming my passes properly, and just like that, the McShaggy brothers connect on another dirty one again. Get Billy Butcher a nice little secondary assist here. Just going to come in, clap this one right past the goalie glove side. What's up, bud? Sorry. I'm going to be stealing a talent from you now. Love it. I will take that all day. This will get us ready for the officials, so I'm stoked for this. So we know they like to cheat to win. Let's see if we can get anything here that's going to help us with anything like that. So already we've accumulated 19 rubber. Obviously we had a couple to start. I don't remember what we started with, but that's super cool. Obviously we saw Iron Helmet last time. We have Growing Anger, so gain 5 checking permanently after winning a game. You guys know how I feel at this point about the permanent stat boosts after winning a game. I love the idea of it because I love the idea of being able to continuously and permanently keep your stat, but it's really only beneficial if you win a game, and unless you're going to be able to make it all the way through, it's not that cool unless you don't have anything else good to pick. We have here, when knocked out, will punch the puck towards the opposing goal. Me personally, I love that because I keep somehow using the Tomahawk and hitting my own people or it ricochets. We're going to try right now and have somebody who gets knocked down. We're already getting a bonus right now with McShaggy knocked down that as soon as he gets back up, he's going to be enraged. I think now if we can have the Rory McShaggy, if we can kind of put something like this on him, if he ever gets knocked down from a Tomahawk, then it's going to punch towards the opposite goal. Now again, with something like this, it's yet to be seen really if accuracy would affect the stats on like a puck puncher, or if shot power would make the puck go faster. I don't know, or if it is just purely kind of chance based. I don't know at all if the attributes actually affect the ability at all, or the talent, sorry. So I'm gonna just, with taking that out of the equation, I just want to make sure that my two guys, my two superstars, if they are knocked down, can also still be contributing from the ice here. And we will put that on Rory, and we are getting ready to muck up the officials, hopefully now for a third straight time. As much as they cheat, I don't believe we've ever actually lost to them. I'm going to skip the anthem again because this is the third time now that we've been seeing it, and it's not any different. So we're just going to skip through and get ready to lay a whooping on these bad boys. And like I said, so just going back to patch notes, their shot accuracy is supposed to have been nerfed a little bit. I didn't feel like they were like super accurate or any more or less accurate than anybody else that we had played. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects us. If it does, we will see. Wanted to pass that out to Angus there, but we had another guy kind of in the way. It's nice to be able to get a shot there. Anyways, though, got a lot of open ice here with Rory. Angus is pissed. That was a crazy shot. That was a lot of power. Almost took the goalie's leg off, but he was able to just kind of sit on it and hold it for a little bit. Wow, I missed that Tomahawk. That thing flew. Took a bite out of us there, but it was a good shot block anyways. Flatten the goalie. Again, I got to remember to just keep trying to check. Even if it's not going to be the puck carrier, to be able to take away their pass option would probably be just as helpful. Maybe even sometimes more. Nice rebound there. Doesn't look... Okay, I was going to say, it doesn't look like they're going to call this one back, but yes, they are. They're going to disallow our first goal here, which is weird because that never happened on our first playthrough. Our second playthrough, so if you guys see the last video here, they called one back, but I don't think they did the first time we ever played them. All they did was count a goal. Oh, no, I lied. They did take away a goal. But what happened to us last game is actually they got a shot that was somewhat close but didn't actually go in, and then they counted it. So I lied. They do always take away your first goal, or take away a goal anyways. Not sure if it's always your first one. Doesn't seem to matter there. We got another quick one here with Rory obviously coming in clutch. I'm telling you guys, he is awesome if you like Tomahawk. If you like the other stats, I really had a good time with Kelly Jelly, the spin boost one too, because she's so fast and relatively accurate too if you like wrist shots. But I love slapping and I like playing an aggressive game. And again, I just find Tomahawk is an awesome defensive ability to be able to get that additional reach if you can aim it. If you can't aim it, it's hard, and it's one more button to press. But yeah, tried to take away the pass option there, just kind of stood in the lane, but I couldn't make it over for a check. We got our guy standing in front of him there, took a chunk out of the leg, but we were able to kind of do what we needed to do with that anyways. Tried to fake that goalie, couldn't. Get another good slap, try for a rebound, but there's too many people in front there. I don't even think it made it through. Didn't want to hit my guy, and it did not bounce enough. Goalie's out here. Wasn't sure if he was going to play the puck, but he did. Balls of steel on that guy. Definitely starting to notice as the game, as the games get more aggressive, that there is a lot more hits and a lot more people kind of laying on the ice for a lot longer. So I feel like that's starting to come into play a little bit more. 12 shots to 3. Time on attack is huge. Pass percentage is horrible, so we got to clean up our passes. Everything else we're doing pretty well. Again, this is a 3-period game, so a long one by all of the other game standards, but got to just keep playing. Nice to open that space up, but I need a stick, otherwise I can't really do anything with it, obviously. Shaggy was still ripped from apparently being taken down before. I didn't even notice he was on the ice there, but oh, good heads-up pass. Just couldn't get enough on it there. Put this one back out. Good shot from the point, but too many people standing in the way. Really wanted a good rebound there, but just too light of a shot. See if we can line up this check. We didn't, but we got in front of them. Keep thinking it's 2-0, but I forgot that they took away that first goal. But we have the lead, so it's boding well for us so far to be able to make it to Act 2 on this playthrough, which is awesome. See if with these patches, with these changes in the patch, if we can make it further than we ever have. Good shot, good save. Not really sure what's going on with these face-offs because the guys are just kind of chucking it. You don't really have a chance to win it or lose it. He just keeps kind of playing it into the corner every time when we take it from that circle. It was a good shot. As you can see there, it didn't go in, but because it was close enough, they're going to call it in, so they're going to give themselves a goal. But this is really to the extent of the cheating that I've seen from the refs. They have no problem calling a goal that shouldn't go in, and you can tell that because they're not going to show you a replay, and then they also call back your first goal. So I don't think they cheat anymore beyond that, but that's, ooh, that was a good shot. But they don't, yeah, there shouldn't really be anything new for that. Like I said, if all they've done is kind of nerf their accuracy, I never really found that to be an issue before anyways. It's just the cheating does kind of get annoying, but if you know what they're going to do and like they can only do it so many times, it's not too bad. You just basically have to kind of consider that it's essentially enough to keep the game tied right now. But so it's 2-1, down 1 going into the third, but we still got enough time here. Confident in my guys' abilities. We got to just keep laying it on them. I feel like we've cleaned up passes, but we haven't had as many shot opportunities in this one. Rory McShaggy's just glowing red all the time, but I don't ever actually get a chance to do anything with him, so hoping to get him involved in the play a bit more. See if the referees, yeah, he's just going to keep just throwing it away. Good shot from the bench warmer from that circle there. See if we can plug this up. We got this. Getting some good shots. There's too many people in front of the net here now. It's just a roadblock. Big time barrier. Got flat-footed, I couldn't finish that check. I wanted to play that. I didn't realize it was actually in his feet. I thought it was going to go in behind him, so I'm glad he saved that. Got a 2-for-1 there. That's always helpful too. Rory was able to get his stick. See if we can tie it up late. Rory's still glowing, or Angus is still glowing anyways. Oh, I missed that. It was a good shot. Too little too late though. We ended up getting a good couple of shots towards the end, good couple of chances. Still don't feel too bad about this game. 27 shots to 12. Time on attack is 342 to 238. Pass percentages, we clean that up considerably. We're still a little lower than they are, but I feel like if anything, they're more accurate than they have been against me in previous games, but we'll see how the rest of this game shakes out. Really hoping to be able to clutch this one. It's a good check on the ref there. Spring Rory. See if we can get past this guy. I got caught flat now, and now we're just kind of spinning. That sucks. I really hate, that's the one bad part about Tomahawk, is you never know when they're going to fall down from it or if it's not really going to affect them. Like, even if you do hit them with it, they don't always fall. That sucks. Makes it a little unpredictable. This is going to suck too. This guy's in all alone somehow. See if we can get the bench warmer a clutch pass. Whoa. See, he didn't fall on that one, but somehow it rounded the boards and clipped his other guy, which helped. We were able to keep the puck in. That sucks. I missed that. That's my bad. Keep missing the Tomahawk now. Played up to Rory. Didn't get a chance to shoot on that, so that sucks. Ooh. Wasn't sure if that was going in, but we were able to scoop that up. Again, good couple of shots there. Got a chance for a rebound. Got a minute basically to close this out, so we got to start pouring it on. Just keep getting my bench warmers. And see if we can spring Angus. Rory. Good shot from Angus while he was enraged. I didn't want to do that. I hit Y somehow. Got lots of people in front of the net again. That's actually becoming more of a hindrance than anything, is that everybody's ending up flat in front of the goalie, but we can't get any pucks through them. So we have a destruction derby. Wow, the ref just came in and body checked Angus to the floor. We're getting a lot of carnage in this match all of a sudden, which is awesome, but again, it's just plugging up the lane here. Plugging up the slot and can't get anything through. Angus with a nice little backhand shot right into the goalie's pads there. Got a lot of shots, we just can't seem to do anything with them. It's looking like this one is going to be the killer. I'm surprised. Honestly, I never really had an issue with the refs before, so that one sucks. That one sucks. We would have ended up winning that game 2-1 if they didn't take away a goal and give themselves one. Obviously, we outshot them considerably, 36-19. Hits, 20-3. I mean, you can't really do much more than that. Pass percentage, we ended up going down a little bit over last period, but it was kind of frantic towards the end. We got a new skill unlocked, Gas. The princesses use this in Act 2, and honestly, it's really annoying. But yeah, I don't ever see that as being an option for me, but I guess we will see ultimately. So with that loss, we go all the way back to the beginning of Act 1 now, but we do have a considerable amount of rubber. I'm not sure at this point if it makes sense to just kind of sit on it, or if we go through and just kind of keep pumping up Angus here. So his lowest thing is accuracy. Obviously, if we get him enraged again, well, we're not even going to have that. It won't really matter. I mean, unless we can kind of scoop that a little later, but I might spend some rubber, 10 rubber here on getting him some accuracy. That'll bump that to 30, which would be super helpful if we can have our superstar be able to rip us some nice wristers, or even when he's slap-shotting. So as you can see there, spent 10 rubber. We still have 9, so we're close to being able to get another attribute for him. But we have accuracy at 30 now. I'm going to just take that because, again, I think based on the skills that I currently have unlocked and the superstars, like, they're not really any better for me. Obviously a 49 overall, 58 overall is pretty good, but he doesn't come with a talent like Rory does with 56. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep pumping Angus's stats right now. We will go through and start a second run now on Act 1. And this is interesting. Now, because we have so many more skills unlocked for us, it doesn't actually give us the same ones that we can pick through. So if you remember, we have, I want to say 5 or 6 skills actually unlocked. So what it does is randomize that and give you 3 to pick from. So I would have picked, just kind of subconsciously, I would have picked Tomahawk again for Angus. But I did mention that I wanted to try Dash, so we can go ahead and we will give Angus a speed boost this time. And because we're missing that Tomahawk ability, but we still have Rory McShaggy as an option for our superstar, we can get that Tomahawk ability just by making sure that we have him selected again, and we will give this combination a go. So it's going to be a fresh look using a new ability on Angus. And this is our first artifact. So none of these are ones that I would usually pick. We have Briberee, so the referee will body check the opposition most of the time. I'm assuming that little last bit of text means that they won't kind of attack the refs. So in the boss fight, I would imagine where they won't do anything there. We have High Flyer, so lobbed passes are 2 times higher. You don't really have control over like plays and stuff, so computers, I can't imagine, on our team anyways, you can't make them like go and wait at the opponent blue line. So I mean, lob passes being 2% or 2 times higher, I'm not sure if that's beneficial really or not. Lucky Molar, gain speed on a successful body check. Again, that's going to be helpful if we can line them up, but at the same time too, like, I don't know if a hit counts as a hit or if it only counts when they fall. So I'm going to try this Briberee and have the ref hit the opposing team. Hopefully that'll give us some space on the ice here to be able to just kind of rip through Act 1 again kind of quickly, because I do want to make it to Act 2 and just see how far we can get into that. We're going to start again, obviously, on this challenge game against the Spartans, looking for the first goal in this one, and really hoping that we can get it quickly just to tear this one up. Going to test out this new dash on Angus here and see how we can use that to our advantage. We already, first shot of the game, a nice little slap from our bench warmer, Mark Bench. We had him as a bench warmer in one of our first runs, and he was awesome. He doesn't really have anything super for stats, but he seemed to come in with a couple of clutch goals too. Nice to be one and done with that one as quickly as we are. Got another 3 rubber. We're up to 12 already. We can't go through and upgrade Angus's overall attributes right now. We're going to have to wait until we restart the act, but it's nice to know that we will at least be able to afford the next upgrade if we want to. So we have a couple here. We have Stinky, so turn away opposing players. Not sure what that means. We have Puck Puncher again, but you need to be knocked out. I'm not so concerned about that one this time because we only have 1 Tomahawk kind of active. And I don't feel like our guys get knocked down all that much. And if the referee is knocking them down as opposed to us, I don't think we're going to spend too much time knocked out. I might come to regret that a little later, but in terms of the people that we know we're going to be playing throughout the first act, that's not something that I'm that interested in. We have another one called Safety First, so it stays between his own net and the closest enemy skater. That's kind of sweet. I had the opportunity to get this one before, and I think it's kind of the clearest in terms of text, and I think it makes the most sense, at least in my head, what this one does. Especially to just kind of cut off. The computers seem to have cherry pickers at our blue line all the time, so it might be really good to have somebody with really good checking to be able to just kind of knock them down. So I'm going to go ahead, and in theory, our defense are always kind of in behind the play and closest to our end. So I think what I want to do is just give it to the person who has, give it to the defenseman who has the highest checking. So in theory, in my head at least, they're going to have the highest probability to knock down that cherry picking player. So we're going to go and add Safety First to Kasule here. And we have now the option between the event and the camp. I'm going to go through and do training. What I want to do is I'm going to just try and make this team well-rounded again here, and we're going to give 4 overall to all players by resting, and we will scoot across to our Meatballs Elite game. So we're not playing Top Cheese in the first Elite game here, which is interesting, but we are playing the Meatballs and looking for 2 quick goals here. I guess not. We need to play through 2 periods and just get as many goals as we can. But ideally, we would get a couple of quick goals. If we could get the mercy rule, that would be super sweet. That's either 4 or 5. I don't remember exactly, but anything to get through these games a little quicker. As we haven't really made it super far in this almost first hour of play. So it's cool to be able to still see some perks and some artifacts that I haven't seen yet, and be able to just kind of continually show you guys the progress in this game, and to be able to test out these new kind of patch notes. So you can see I just kind of gave the dash a test. Had no idea what to expect of it. It doesn't really seem like you have much control when you're dashing. It's basically just kind of like a straight line. You can, it looks like, kind of turn a little bit, but I don't know how much I like that. Again, it's just something very different. I've been playing with Tomahawk for the last little while, and I do like the reach of it. We'll have to see how that comes into play a little later. It's always nice getting speed, but like I said, I'm used to being able to just kind of start throwing Tomahawks everywhere. Good shot from Rory, but I should have tried to get in a little closer. Missed that check. Took Angus out, but again, he doesn't have Enraged anymore, so it's not really going to be a good thing. That was a bad shot, bad accuracy there. Was able to get a rebound, but all he did was kind of flick it towards the net. Wasn't much. As you can see, our defenseman was kind of standing there waiting for that guy, but his checking, he is too slow, I guess, to really make use of that check. Didn't really do anything there. to make sure I don't play that out. Oh, I went to boost and they nailed me. Our defenseman again. Let that guy go. 0-0 after the first. 7-3 for shots. Time on attack's better. We were perfect for passes, which never happens. So that's kind of nice. Got to just keep playing the game the way that we're playing. Make sure that our shots are actually counting with a decent chance instead of just kind of shooting to shoot. Again, right now I'm missing the Tomahawk on Angus, but again, I might just kind of need to get adjusted to this dash. Always like a good speed boost, but I'm finding that having the reach of that Tomahawk is super sweet. I think maybe, I know we boosted Angus's, oh wow. I know we boosted Angus's accuracy there, so that's going to help. I mean, if we ever can get him on a breakaway, but for right now, we got to kind of make sure that we can get him some space. I thought I was the wrong redhead there. I didn't want to throw that puck, or throw my stick there. So far, this safety first perk isn't working out how I want it to either. He's not going to go through and automatically check, it doesn't look like. He's just going to kind of stand there, so that it's not a completely free look at the net for those guys when they do cherry pick, but he's kind of getting outnumbered now anyways. Nice one there from Angus. A really kind of just floater shot, weak shot that trickled through, but if that's what's going to win it for us, we will take it. Got stripped of the puck there, right in under the glove, right off the goalie's glove actually. But we'll take it. I haven't really noticed, I'm not sure if you guys have been able to see, but I haven't really noticed the referee taking out their team yet, so I'm not really sure. Kind of have to pay a little bit more attention to that, but I mean, that's the perk or the talent or whatever it is that we've chosen to go with for now. Can't go changing it anyway, so it is what it is for this run. Maybe oh, the referee's doing some damage in there, it looks like. Again, that would have been something that would have been helpful if we had like the longer knockdown. Because if the referee is going to go and just kill everybody in his general vicinity, that would be super helpful. But gotta clean that up. Get in front of the net here. Control this puck. Here we go. Spring Rory. Oh, the referee screwed us there. Wow. Okay, that worked. Mark Bench again coming in clutch. He wouldn't put his stick down. He was just ready to clap that thing basically from the top of the circle the whole way through. Referee kind of gets his leg in the way there. That's not really his fault. That was just my bad pass. But the rebound comes right to Mark Bench. Slaps it as the goalie stacks the pads. Didn't seem to matter. We got that one in anyways. Win this face-off here. Weak little shot from Angus. I guess the ref is checking more than I thought he was, so that is kind of nice, actually, if he's getting all these people tied up and distracted. So I'm going to go through, clutch a 2-0 win, get another 5 rubber in that elite game. 13-7 for shots, so it wasn't a blowout really by any means. Time on attack relatively close. What do we have here? So we have target practice. Again, we have 5 shot accuracy permanently after winning a game. Not that interested. Enraged is what we used last time. Temporarily gain 50 overall when knocked down. I don't feel like my players are usually knocked down all that often as of yet, so I don't know how much I'd need that. 50 to speed when skating backwards. Now this is something that in my head I don't do a whole lot, so I might try and make use of this a little more. I just have to remember to do it. 50 speed when skating backward is super helpful, especially if we're trying to get in front of their offense. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this. I just, again, have to remember to actually use it. I'm going to do it on Kusule here because his speed is horrible, but he's also the guy that we're relying on being between the net and their cherry pickers. So if I can remember to skate backwards with him, we should be able to get in front of them, and then he's got higher checking too to be able to knock him to the ice. This one, again, I really want control over the talent that we get because, I mean, if we have control over the talent, it's going to give us a better setup to get into Act 2. The biggest thing is we just need to make sure that we come away with something. So pretty important that we make it through this one here with something, that we come out of this one with something, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, this is the one that I typically lose. for some reason. See if we can clutch it out here. No, that should have went other side. Good one. Little rebound and not enough to do anything with. Gotta remember that our safety first and retro rocket guy is 37. I overskated the puck there. Got a couple of guys in front of that one. Now we're all just kind of piling up on our goalie. Missed that check. This is not going well again so far. Gonna use dash here to get us out of a pinch. Streaking up the middle. But again, don't have the shot power or enough accuracy really to be able to do anything super cool with that. Shot power would be pretty helpful now too, just because again, like the way that I like to play, I like slapping. And if you can slap, with high accuracy, it's always nice. Good one from Rory. Get the rebound. Had a good couple of chances there, just couldn't do anything again with it. Got two of our defenders here where they're supposed to be in position, which is always nice too. Kind of minimize the breakaway chance. Angus coming in clutch, captain clutch. Always nice when he gets a goal, shows the team what's going on. That was a critical one to be able to get. So we're going to so far have an additional talent that we're able to pick. So if we can hopefully win our next challenge game too, we're going to be better geared to make it out of this first act than we have been in our last few playthroughs. Let's see what we have available to us here. Get another 3 rubber, which is always super helpful too. So we got 20 points, 10 shots. They didn't shoot a single time, which is crazy. Had pretty good control over that one. I don't want a safety first again. This is the first time actually that we've had the option for 2 of the same perks. But I don't need, maybe that is kind of cool. Just to keep both of my defensemen at the net, at our net. Because I don't feel like my guys ever stand in front of their net long enough to be able to deflect. I'm going to do safety first, just to kind of play a little bit more defensively at this point. I'm going to add it to my second defenseman, just to make sure that both of them are playing in between the net there. So we'll see how that goes. We're on to our next elite game against Top Cheese. Again, 2-period game. Just need to make sure that we're coming out with more goals than they do. Let's see how we fare this time. Might be super helpful just to have a little bit more kind of like automatic control over our defensemen staying down at our end as opposed to them kind of springing up all the time. They're not offensive enough to really make use of right now. I really want to just kind of keep pumping my superstars in the offensive zone, so we'll see if this works kind of how I want to or how I'm planning it. So as you can see, we already had our defenseman pulled somewhere. I'm not sure where he is. Powerful shot, but bad angle. Just kind of absorbed there. I used retro rocket there. It's too bad that like when it was actually engaged, it doesn't show some sort of effect. That'd be pretty cool, just so you actually know it's engaged. But slap shot there. We have both of our defensemen where they're supposed to be now, so hopefully they can keep taking away the lanes. That was a good shot. Nice little slap. Couldn't have done too much about that. He just kind of got himself some space. He was in off our goalie's leg. My whole team ended up all kind of on the same side and in front of the net. This guy was able to just kind of back out a little bit, get enough space for a good slap. Just in off the pad there. But nice to see that my defense was at least in the zone. Missed that check. Another good slap, basically from the same spot almost. We're doing a good job right now, basically taking away that rebound. The rebound pops out, but our guys can never actually get a chance to get it. So once we can start getting some of the rebounds, I feel like we'll have a better chance too. They're coming, it's just they're getting blocked. We can't actually make it there. Again, got the rebound on that, but that dash was nice to be able to kind of catch up to him. A nice slap shot from Rory here. That's going to help. Wasn't anything special of a shot, just again, another top corner snipe. as soon as we get into the zone here from Rory. His accuracy, I think, is like 62, so it definitely helps. Top of the circle, top corner. Good shot, good power, good accuracy. His balance is super helpful. Good Tomahawk. I hit him with it. It's just not enough to affect him. Good check there. So we can get one more quick one. Another slap. I missed. Here I am touting the accuracy, and we end up missing that one, but it was a good shot still anyways. If it would have been on net, we would have at least had a chance. 11 to 6 shots. Time on attack's better. Again, another 100% pass rate, which is super sweet. Got to just keep playing the way we're playing, and we should be okay. Control the puck here, win that face-off. Weak little shot there. I wanted to hit that guy with the Tomahawk, and I missed. Spring and Rory again. Got Angus coming up to the side. Ooh, wow. The rebound went right into him. Taking away the front of the net, which is awesome. We just got to watch that. Okay. And then we didn't take away the front of the net. Briberee with another snipe. That was a good shot by them. Got too caught up, and I don't even know what we were doing there. Again, all of our guys ended up in the same spot, then got stuck in front of the goalie. Not sure how that happened. Angus ended up taking a spill. We had three guys plugging that side of the net and the goalie, and it still made it through. So that one hurts. Got to pour it on here a little bit now. Keep thinking that I have enough power to get to the puck, and then I just kind of leave it in the corner. If you would have shot that, they would have had that too. Wrong it off the post. That's too bad. That was a good shot. I felt good about that one. Good deke. Give it to Angus. Got some space. Oh. Wow. Another good shot. I'm surprised. Like, Angus was standing there right in front of the goalie. And it did not do anything. Did not do anything. That sucks. Gonna be taking the L on this one too, it looks like, maybe. 30 seconds, still time to do stuff. You can get quick goals in this, like that. I don't know how I got that. I felt like I was behind the red and I didn't think I got the shot off in time, but 3-2. Okay, it was very close. Very close. I need another one of those quickly and take this to overtime would be really awesome. Good little weak shot by Rory. Got a couple of people flattened. Good shot again by Rory. Good shot again by Angus. But not enough. Not enough. Starting to think that maybe not having the defenseman up in the play took away some of our pass options. I really just wanted to kind of stack the odds in our favor and kind of take away their cherry picking opportunity. But I think what happened is we took away our pass options and it really just did not work out that way. So we're going to be resetting again all the way to the beginning of Act 1. I think I'm going to call it the end of episode 4 here on this one for tape to tape standard play running through Act 1. We didn't even touch Act 2 this time. I thought for sure this was going to be a cakewalk because it's something that I haven't really struggled in so far, and then with the additional patch notes, them seemingly making things a little bit more balanced or a little easier anyways, but I seem to struggle a little more. Maybe it's just I'm off my game today. Could be completely possible, but appreciate you guys sticking around and for watching as much of this as you did. If this video kept you interested. If you like this video, if you have any questions, you have any comments, definitely drop them in the comment section. Give us a like, hit the subscribe button for much more tape to tape content to come. Hopefully you'll be here when we rip through Act 2 and eventually make it to Act 3 so I can show you guys kind of how we got there. Gonna be very interesting series, just kind of looking to see the order of things that were built and how our loadout actually looks when we get to Act 3. So hopefully you guys will continue to follow along the journey here. Chris again from Friendly Frenzy Games. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next video.